Hey everybody, it's Slow-Mo. I wanted to do a quick recap on my Nations run this evening. First of all, big shout out to the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast. You can find them on Spotify. I think you can really just type in DGDR. I actually tried to do a sticker for them, and as you'll see here on the car, it got covered up by the Gran Turismo number. So, mental note, next time, don't put your decals where the Gran Turismo number is going to cover it up. All right, so, Nations. Dragon Trail Seaside. I'm running in the C division here with a group of people. As you can see, I'm starting off qualified in 7th. I basically ran the warm-up lap. I ran another lap, put a decent time up, and then hit a curb on the next lap. And yeah, so I basically ran one qualifier, starting in 7th. As you see here, I guess my rank in the lobby would be 6th. So, you know, that's interesting to know. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a little bit of the race here. And get up to the starting line, for God's sakes. So, starting off in 7th position. I will admit this is not my preferred vehicle. Just not a fan of Volkswagens. My thing. So be it. So, coming into the first turn, we got one freebie. 2 freebies. I don't know. I guess that wasn't a freebie. I did earn that. I'm in 5th. Past the S turn, down the hill. Little bumpity bump, no big deal. There's 4th. Around that Sharpie turn. And would you know it, we're in 4th place. Not even half a lap in. So, you know, I know that we've got 15 laps. I know I've done my warm-ups. I know I can't do it if I'm ripping my tires apart the entire way. So I'm trying to be smooth, trying to be cautious, trying to be smart, trying to make sure I do things the right way here. And as you can see, I'm not pushing to try and squeeze by him in a bad spot. You know what? 3rd, 4th place, a couple points to me, that's not the end of the world either way. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up next to him. We're going to run door to door. I'm going to give him a little bit of pressure. I do kind of back out here. And he comes in. It's probably a good thing I backed out. I don't know that he really would have given me the space I needed. But anyway, so we press on. All right, first lap in the books. I've gone from 7th to 4th. So I'm pretty happy about that. And we're going to ride here with the Go Gran 7 for a minute. I go to the inside of the S. He gives me a little bump there. And I go ahead and make a pass there. I think that was pretty clean if I'm not mistaken. I was happy with that. So, basically a couple turns into lap 2. I'm up to position 3. You've got Boozy 1 and Shermack who are ahead of me. And really, to be completely honest with you, I'll show you guys a little bit of this lap here, but, you know, there's not a whole lot of excitement that goes on for a little bit. So, like I said, I'm going to show you guys the rest of the lap 2, coming down into the braking section here. Nice and easy. Tried to hit that curb. Straighten the car out as quickly as possible. I could have used a lot more track there. 110's not my best. I've done better. Not wrecking the car, so I am absolutely lifting through the chicane. I think there's 3 ways to do the chicane. One way is to brake, the other way is to lift, and the other way is not to lift. I have to lift. touching the curb, trying to get myself a nice exit with a little bit of speed for the straightaway. And that is the second lap. So, 2 laps in, 7th into 3rd. Let me skip ahead just a bit. 4, same positions. 5, same positions. 6, same positions. 7, same positions. You get the point. Lap 8, 9, and lap 10, if I'm not mistaken, we need to wash. All right, let me check here. So we got, there's me. You can see my tire wear is medium. You know, that the front left is going to wear a little bit more because of the way this track is and the turns you're taking. Come up to here to Shermack. He's about where I'm at, not too bad. And then look at this. Clean air is going to make a lot of difference in this race if you can get out front. He's having a ton less tire wear than we're dealing with. So we're coming through lap 10. I'm pretty happy with my consistency. I'm off pace, and for whatever reason, I don't know. I was expecting on softs to be running pretty much 146, 147 every lap, and I simply didn't do it. But, I did have a pretty good curb save there at one point, that I was pretty happy about. So we're coming around on lap 10. And maybe it's not this lap. I might skip ahead one more here. Let's see what happens. But I think it is here. And you can see this is about as close as we've seen Shermack in a little bit. Okay, so there you go. He's going lap 11. Okay, I think then maybe it's here. Okay, we're going to go back just a hair. So here's lap 11. I'm going up the hill, going down the hill, through the S's. Coming down, braking point, into the chicane. And, that lap before that was about where I wanted to be, that 47. So I'm, feeling pretty confident. I think I still got it myself. Not that I'm necessarily going to make a run on the cars in front of me, but, that's the plan, right? So I'm pushing. Safely, cautiously, if you will. I'm coming in the last turn. I'm like, hey, I see him again. How about that? Wouldn't you know it? He goes into the pits. We get a 15-lap race. He's got 4 laps left. And he went in. So we're going to go back just a hair, and just so you guys can see kind of what his tires looked like. I mean, you still got some. You just got to keep rolling with it. He had a good lead. I wasn't catching him. He also is probably taking a penalty here for cutting across the pit row. And, yep, there's his penalty, and the poor guy comes out in 6th. What a bummer. So back up here in the front, and you'll see that I got a pretty good space on the guy, guy behind me and the guy behind him. So at this point, my plan's to keep it clean, run nice and smooth, and that's pretty much what happened. Let's see, 12, 1 and 2. 13, 1 and 2, 14, 1 and 2, and let's go ahead and let you watch the final lap of the race here. And talk about shot tires. Look at my tire. I'm looking at that thing thinking, oh my goodness. I just ran a 149, which again isn't awesome, but the guy behind me's tires can't be any better, right? Let's look at his. Oh yeah, same thing, same thing. Whoa, CJ's got some good tires and he didn't pit. Huh. CJ must have had some good air. And look at Boozy. It's decent. So that clean air up front, man, that is going to make the difference in this race. So ultimately, this is basically like a couple solo laps that I was running here, man. I didn't really see too many people for the majority of the race other than laps 1 and 2, and that was kind of it. We spaced out, and you know, I was kind of treating this as like the victory lap. I mean, you know, he's at the top of the hill still as I'm going down around the corner, so I felt pretty confident I could get through the chicane as long as I didn't do something stupid and bin it. And then he got Boozy up ahead of me. Is he on soft steel or no? Yeah. Put up the fastest lap on his last lap. What a schmuck. Good run, Boozy. Absolutely. So yeah, when was that 146 for Boozy? Oh, that wasn't his last lap. Okay, I'm sorry, that was lap 7. Here we go, coming through the last straight. 150. Done and done. So, second place. Super happy about that. You know, should I have probably ran Dragon Tail all day to see if I could get my rank up? Yeah, most likely. Did I do that? No, I did not. So, cheers. Thank you everybody for watching. If you liked the video, please make sure and drop a like and a subscribe. I'm gonna be coming out with some more content. You know, my racing is really grinding, you know, driving the right way to where we might not win as many races, but we did it with class, and we showed people how it's done. So thanks for stopping by.